Diablo 4's early access gave us a in-depth vision of what the game is going to look like. It is for sure left behind with a lot of questions regarding the end game, regarding the microtransactions, and regarding things that were not shown to us while this early access and beta came out. It's understandable because in the point of view of the developer, you do not want to give spoilers or a fully stacked game right before 3 months before the release, because you don't really know what's going to be the reception. That being said, I had the opportunity to play the Sorceress, the Barbarian, and the Rogue. I had a lot of fun with the Source and the Barb, even with the Rogue also, even if it was less my favorite. I found it was really powerful. A little bit of balancing issues in my opinion for the Rogue. He is, or she is, she does a lot of damage, let's put it like that. I do feel that for the Barbarian, he was a little bit left out. The Barbarian have some difficulties in the early game. It is, in my opinion, a little bit more difficult to level up with him because of his mechanics and the nature of his skill set, specifically that he has to be really close to melee damage and chase enemies, plus he has to build fury to be able to use his powerful skills. But today I am here to show you a build that I've been using on the last day that was really fun. It is a cooldown reduction build based off the ultimate Iron Maelstrom. In this video, I will be giving you all the information you want. It's going to be at the end of the video. There is a full commentary on the skills that you need to use and the mechanics of the build, plus a demonstration and a boss kill also at the end. That being said, the Barbarian can be a lethal and absolutely destroying machine if used right. I know some creators like Asmongold have found that the Barbarian was a little bit left behind. I do have the same opinion, but I do feel that with the right build, it's going to be completely crazy. Also, we have to take in mind that we are only level 25. Maybe he's going to scale a little bit better with better legendary items and endgame content or endgame paragons and things like that. But for now, I have found also a really good, build, maybe to show Asmongold to see if he can have a better chance at Barbarian this time. Hello and thank you if you are still watching the video. This is really a quick segment. I just want to say thanks, and if you want to help, you can subscribe to the channel. It is a free and fantastic way to support it, and on top of that, you get a chance to win a copy of a game that I'm currently covering. It is going to be Diablo 4 when it comes out, so please, if you do want to help, click subscribe and that notification bell. Let's go to see the gameplay and the guide. The ultimate skill we are using today is called Iron Maelstrom, which basically is going to have 3 different weapons because we're switching the weapons that we're using, doing a lot of damage. And on top of that, we have Prime Iron Maelstrom, gain increase critical strike chance and 20% increase critical strike damage. But most importantly, dealing direct damage to enemy after swapping weapons, reduce Iron's Maelstrom cooldown by 1 second. This is called Supreme Iron Maelstrom. Those who don't know, the Barbarian has 4 different weapons. He has a bludgeoning weapon, 2 wielding weapons here, and a slashing weapon. These are one-handed and these are two-handed. Basically, if there is if you attack, there is different attacks that are bound to different weapons. This is called the arsenal system. The arsenal selection for frenzy is dual wield. So every time I'm going to use frenzy, it's always going to be dual wielding. If I use Hammer of the Ancient, it's going to use my bludgeoning weapon, which is basically this one right here. It says mace, legendary two-handed mace, bludgeoning. Left side bludgeoning, right side is slashing, middle is dual wielding. So Maelstrom here is going to be reduced by 1 second every time we're going to swap weapons. So what we want to do is basically use our dual wielding and then Hammer of the Ancient to be able to get 1 second down. But most importantly, we are going to use Death Blow. Death Blow is an amazing skill. It is right here in the weapon mastery skill tree, which states that basically attempting a killing strike dealing 941 damage to enemies in front of you. So basically, he's going to overhead strike with his two-handed slash, and he's going to get a death blow to it. If the death blow is successful, as you can see here, if this kills the enemy, its cooldown is completely reset. So you mitigate the 15-second cooldown, which is completely insane. So what we're going to use is basically a combination of dual wielding and then using the death blow to be able to swap weapons and kill the enemies with these. So basically, we're gonna have an uptime that's gonna be really, really crazy with Death Blow. The only really downfall for this build is basically when you are missing your death blows. You have to wait 14 seconds or 14.4 seconds to be able to get it back. Also, we're gonna create a berserking status for us whenever we actually touch someone with Death Blow. And what it does, it gives us 25% increased damage and 15% increased movement speed. This effect can last up to 5 seconds. We're going to combine this with Warcry. Warcry is also going to give us Berserking for 4 seconds. So if we use Warcry and then we use our combination of Frenzy and then Death Blow, we're basically have a good uptime on Berserking also. But this is not done, so take in mind, we are going to swap weapons with the combo here, Frenzy and Death Blow and Hammer of the Ancients whenever we're going to have a lot built up. Because Hammer of the Ancients deals 1% additional damage for each point of Fury you had when using it. So we want to build Fury with the dual wielding and then killing with Death Blow because it's going to be a fast swap. So we're going to get cooldown reduction on Iron Maelstrom. And when we build up a lot of Fury, we are going to use the Hammer of the Ancient to bring it down. All the while using Warcry to be able to boost our damage and movement speed. Because below a Mighty Warcry, increase your damage dealt by 16.5% for 8 seconds. And we give it to allies also if we were to play in a party. And the last piece is going to be this right here, Ground Stomp. Whenever you are surrounded by other enemies, you get a reduced cooldown for ultimate skill by 1 second for each enemy damaged by Ground Stomp. So let's go and take a look at how we can do this. Let's get some enemies. We're going to use our ultimate first for 1, 2, and then 3. And once this is done, we are going to go inside, Ground Stomp, Dual Wield, and then Killing Blow. Dual Wield, Killing Blow, Dual Wield, Killing Blow, and again. Once we have a big one, we try not to use the Killing Blow or else it's not going to go into cooldown. As you see, the cooldown is already really, really low. Use this at the same time. Try to kill it, Ground Stomp, and then we're back at 1 second. We can use the ultimate again. I actually love this build. I had a lot of fun with it. What do we have now? It's a shrine, right? So, like I said, it's a lot of different combinations, but it gives us a lot also of cooldown reduction. So let's Ground Stomp here, and then use this. You see, also Killing Blow gives a lot of damage, and it's really, really fast. So I love using it. Again, we're back really, really close to our cooldown here, so we're gonna use it again. And you see the damage it does, a lot of bleeding damage, so he's basically gonna die like that. Ground Stomp. Then we have full Fury, so we can go back, use our Hammer of the Ancient again, and then we're gonna finish him with a Death Blow. So this is how it actually works out. I like it very, very much. Cooldown reduction, lots of damage. You get in front of the enemies also. It is a really fun and interesting build. It's the one I had the most fun with so far. I've also had one really cool one with Bleed, but I felt it was really, really bad once we went into boss damage, basically. This one is also not great for bossing, but again, I haven't found something that's really, really good for single target high DPS for the Barb yet. I'm still wondering about some theory crafting, see if we can find something for Call of the Ancients, and maybe that could be nice. But for now, I didn't find something that's viable yet. And take a look at the boss damage now. We're gonna start with the ultimate once again, and then we will have to use our dual wielding plus the Hammer of the Ancient combo. So we can have it like pretty much a good uptime. We get a lot of dual wielding Fury, and then swapping again with the actual thing. We can use also Death Blow. It uses a little bit more. It gives us Berserking, and it takes 100% more damage to boss damage, which is not bad. So then we can use it once again. Have Berserking. We got it back. Then we can get it again, Berserking here. There you go. It's not as bad as the others, honestly. I haven't, like I said, find something that's really, really relevant right now for boss damage on the Barb. I did try the Maelstrom Iron with some bleeding build, but unfortunately it didn't hit the mark. So I hope this finds you well, guys. If you like this kind of content, I'm gonna do more builds for the Barb, Rogue, and the Sorceress. They're gonna come out really soon on the channel. If you do like this if you do like this kind of content, please leave a like and a subscription. It's a free and fantastic way to help this channel. And also you get a chance to win a copy of the game that I'm currently covering, so which is Diablo 4 right now. Last winner has been announced for the Destiny 2 DLC on the community post. You can go and take a look at it. So just be subscribed and you get a chance to win. Peace.